everybody doing? It's nice to be here with you. Welcome to Tuesday, July 7th, 2021. Wow. So we're almost halfway through, and the holidays will soon begin. And let's hope and pray that it won't be, that it will be a wonderful holiday where we can all gather together. Let's envision that for ourselves and for humanity. Okay, so I've got to go on Facebook here so I can see everybody's comments. Here we go. Okay, very good. So hello to everybody. I'm so excited to be here. I sent my blog out yesterday. You know, I was doing really good in sending them on Fridays, and now they're coming out on Mondays. So it's okay. Hello, I have a dear old friend online. Hello, I see you. How are you? I don't see you. You see me, but I see you too. So I sent out my blog about you either get it or you don't, which was something I heard Dr. Phil say. I used to listen to Dr. Phil religiously, and I'm gonna have to fix the screen a little bit. And I would watch his program every single day. If I wasn't home, I would record the episode and watch it later. I learned so much from him, honestly. And in one of the episodes, he said, you either get it or you don't. And I thought to myself, I don't know what he's talking about. I have no idea what am I supposed to get? What is someone supposed to get? I just couldn't figure it out. And I was bent out of shape that I could not understand what he was saying. So I got upset and I didn't watch his program for a while. I'm laughing because this is just a normal human reaction to someone who has no idea of why I am not watching his episode. Like because I was getting so much out of it, so it was doing me harm by not watching it, but I was open to it. And after a few months in my own little head, I forgave him. And we do things like this too, right? It has no effect on the other person. They're total strangers. We just add things up and deduct things and make decisions, and there you have it. So I started watching his program again. And then after a while, I got what he was saying. And I was just so excited. I understood what he meant by you either get it or you don't, which is a concept that you can apply towards anything in your life. Okay, so one of my clients calls me and says, I've got to share this with you, RC. I got to share it with you right away because this just happened. This was Saturday, right? This past Saturday. She said she had to go run errands, many of them on Saturday. And lo and behold, they had Chinese food. I don't know why she felt the need to mention that. Chinese food the night before. And there were leftovers. So she woke up late Saturday morning and she had Chinese food for breakfast. And I've had pizza for breakfast. I've had salad for breakfast, but I don't think I've had Chinese food for breakfast. I'll have to try it. So anyways, she has her breakfast and runs out the door. And for about 4 or 5 hours, she's running around doing her errands. At the end of it, she's really exhausted. She's tired. She has to get home, rest. So her kids were going to take her out to dinner. While she's driving home, she's got like half an hour or something to get home. She wasn't really close. She realizes there's something in her teeth bothering her. And she's like, my goodness, like, I cannot believe that all day long, she said, she had been driving around, running around, yet there was something uncomfortable in her mouth. So she said, I could not wait another 20 minutes or half an hour to get home. She pulls into a plaza and finds a little private parking space. I don't know if you have done that. I've done that. Like to have lunch or something, you just don't need people to be watching you eating or whatever. And she flossed. And once she flossed, she felt so good. And again, she was like, I could not believe for 5 hours, minimum of 5 hours, I had been uncomfortable and I didn't know. And she goes, this is what you mean with negative thoughts, because she had an issue with negative thoughts, and we had talked about that during our monthly sessions that she has signed up for. We'd been talking about how to work with them. She goes, I got it, that my negative thoughts are uncomfortable, just how I needed to floss. Yet I hadn't seen it for so many years. I hadn't noticed it. I did not know I was having negative thoughts until I knew, but I didn't realize how much it was affecting me. So then I asked her, when did you realize that your teeth were bothering you, that you needed to floss? And she said, after my mind had quieted down, after I'd finished all my errands and I was on my way home. And then she went quiet for a minute. And then she said, that's why you're always telling me to meditate, because it is the time that when your mind is all quiet, that things that are bothering you come to surface. And then you can do something about them, like flaws. So she got it. Right at that moment, she got two things all at the same time. And this is how it works. When you get one thing, that you get another thing, then you get another thing. And then it's like the doors of clarity open up. This morning, ironically, I saw, you know how Facebook brings the memories, your memories last year, the year before, 7 years ago, whatever. I had a post that I had done that I wrote, oh, I have such a busy day today. I have to leave the house at 8 a.m. I'm not going to get back till 3, and then I have to leave at 5 and get back at 6. Then I have to leave at 7:30, get back at 8, and I'm exhausted already and I want my bed. And I read that. I was like, like it sounded like a very tiring day, right? Like a very exhausting day. I have all these things to do. And then I kept thinking, what did I do that day? What did I do? I'm looking at the date, looking at the year, trying to figure out what I did that day. Of course, it's in my journal, but I didn't go look. Then I read the comment, or two comments. So I read the comments. The first one was my own comment that said, I want to rephrase this. I'm going to leave the house at 8 a.m. and run a couple of errands that I would like to run. Then I'm going to meet my friends for lunch. And I've been looking forward to having lunch with them and seeing them in a while. After I come home, I'm going to rest, spend some time with my dogs. Then I'm going to go to the gym. And I'm going to come home, take a shower, get ready to go out to dinner. What a big difference, right? The first one is coming out of the negative mind, is complaining, doesn't want to leave, is exhausted, fear. I don't want to leave at 8. I don't want to leave at 5. I don't want to leave at 7:30. It's going to be such a draining day. And the next one, my own rephrasing what I had written, my own comment. I'm looking forward to having lunch. I'm happy that I'm going to go to the gym. I'm glad I get to go out to dinner. Things that many people can't do. The first post was taking them for granted. So it's having an open mind to changing our perspectives. In that moment when I wrote that and I rethought about it and I rewrote it, I got that I was making an error, that I can look at the situation differently. And I did. And it's such a blessing. So I want to challenge you. How can you change your perspective? How can you pay more attention to your critical mind, to your negative mind? How can you pay more attention to it so that you can catch it in the act like I had done, and rethink and revisit and restate and let the universe know what you are, how you are looking at things, how you would rather look at things with appreciation, with gratitude. Because gratitude is one of the ways that changes our way of life, changes your energy. It opens your heart up, it opens your mind up, and it allows for a new energy, for a new frequency to come in and kind of to lift you up and take you to that higher vibration, that higher frequency, the kind of life, the kind of dreams that you have quietly on your own and you don't share with anybody. So gratitude is one way of working with the negative mind. So when you think something negative, and when you realize it, instead of being upset with you, instead of getting angry at your negative mind, instead of calling it names, fighting with it, you rephrase it. I am so grateful I have the opportunity to go to the gym, because I know many people can't. I am so grateful I get to have lunch with my friends, that I can afford to have to go out to dinner, whatever it is for you, that you have a roof over your head. Gratitude is one of the ways. Of course, to notice it, to observe it, that self-observation is another method of working with your negative mind. And I always say working, because if somebody thinks that they're going to fight with their negative mind, that is a battle you will lose. That is a fight you will lose. It's not about fighting it. It's about embracing it. It's about asking it. That's my dog drinking water. I don't know if you can hear her or not. It's about literally talking, taking that balanced mind and having a conversation with your negative mind and asking it questions. Why? Why do you think X, Y, and Z? And it will give you an answer. Why do you think that it's a drag to go out to lunch? Oh, with your friends. Oh, because I have to drive for so long. Okay, but are you going to have fun? Were you aware you were going to drive that long to get there? Are you going to enjoy it? Have you been looking forward to this? Is this really the issue? You keep on asking questions from the negative mind until you get the aha moment, until the negative mind gets the aha moment. And when the negative mind gets the aha moment, it quiets down. And then the balanced mind can go out and have lunch. What is it that you want to do? What does your balanced mind want to do? If we do not work with our negative mind, if we do not with our critical mind, with our judgmental mind, they're all in the same package. If we do not work with them, they will create havoc. They will just push away the balanced mind. And before we know it, they will take control of our lives, and fear will make all the decisions for us. I have an account on LinkedIn, and there was a post there how Amazon is wants to, they got approved to track people's sleep. So not only is Amazon closing mom and pop stores down because it's just so easy for us to order from Amazon, right? Which is a hit on our society, literally. Not only do they have Alexa in our homes, not mine. There's a call coming through, spam, mind you. Alexa, right? Do this. Alexa's listening to us, right? Waiting, supposedly, waiting for you to order it to do this or that. I don't have one. And now they want to track us in our sleep. So my question is, there are so many other institutions that have dedicated their whole career, their whole life just to study sleep. Why is not Amazon partnering with them? Why is not Amazon investing in them? They have so many years of research done. Why not give the funds to a company that's already doing this? And a lady had posted that I fear is the best thing for us to do. I fear if we don't do that, what would happen? So right there, she's leading with fear. She is allowing her fear make decisions. When you allow fear to make your decisions, we cannot think logically. I have tried. I mean, we all have situations where we had fear. I mean, if nobody has, maybe last year was a good example of fear, of listening to the media and being afraid of our lives, and it's still going on. So I was not able to think logically when I was in full fear. I was just in my bed crying, feeling alone, feeling scared, feeling that that's it for me, that's it for humanity. But then when I would calm down, I would get a different kind of thoughts. I would speak to spirit, I would ask questions, and I could think clearly. So after that episode of the very intense 2020 happened, after that episode, sometime later, I was able to center again. And that is where clarity comes in. So I've had a couple of people ask for cards. Okay. And one is for my friend Mona. And I guess, Mona, I'm going to pick an angel card for you, because even though I had shuffled these already, I felt the need to shuffle them again. Here we go. Life review. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I had pulled this card for you before. Archangel Jeremiah. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. So it's a really nice card. It is encouraging you to connect with Archangel Jeremiah. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his name, but here, I will write it down here. For Mona. Oh, I wrote for Monda. Let me let me fix that. Okay. My goodness. For Mona. Okay, there we go. What is good about this card is it's letting you know that you're ready to resolve some old issues, some things that have brought pain and suffering to you, fear, whatever it is. You're ready to resolve them. So jump in there and get going. And this archangel will help you pick one thing. I like to work with one thing for a while. To be determined, to think about it. If you're getting emotional, you pause, you put it aside, you take a few days off, and you get back to it. You write lots of notes, you write in your journal. Sometimes it happens that we become very, very emotional about something. And what we need to do is just take a few months off. And that's where I've done that. That's where writing good notes comes in, because then when you're ready, you can read your notes and pick up from where you had left off. The times that I did not write notes, I had to redo, although it went faster, but it's still not necessary. It's good to keep track. Triggers, also triggers are always good things to write down. If you get triggered by something, write it down so you can address it later. Okay, so this card is for the name runs out of my mind, for Tammy. I have no idea why. Tammy is been coming every week. She is in the midst of finding a place and moving. So let's pull a card for Tammy. Tammy, here we go. Revolution. Oh, guess what? I have two cards for you. Let's just do the first one. Revolution. Okay. Transformation. A radical change. Give up the old to make way for the new. This is lovely. This is another message for you to disconnect from the home that you are in, even if you've done that already, to energetically maybe you can use sage, and you can use affirmations, and you can use prayers to disconnect all family members. I feel that sometimes if you have kids, the parents disconnect, it's from the home, it's a little bit easier for the children to disconnect from the home. And if you activate that joy and desire to for a new place to come, uh, then 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 it's easier for that place to show up, rather than from a place of stress and hesitation and unhappiness. And the second second card is the marrying maiden. Okay, I have never pulled this card. Hi, Tamar. How are you? Nice to see you here. It's been a long time. Good morning, Rosie. A compromising situation, subordination, manipulation, low self-esteem. So Tammy, I hope that I know where you are right now, and I know what you're doing. I hope that this means that there has been a compromise on the date that you have to leave your home. And I am looking forward to hearing from you to what happened. Is there anybody else that would like a card before this session is over? I encourage anybody that is having issues with negative minds to go ahead and listen to this again. Write your questions in the comments. You can message me with any questions regarding the negative mind. I I am writing a guide on how to let go. And letting go means working with a negative mind, right? It is working forgiveness, um, gratitude, affirmations. So I'm writing, I'm calling it a guide so far, but the guide is becoming really, really big. So, and for now, I'm loving it. But I do want, if it turns into something huge, that is fine with me. But I do want to create, I don't want to say a simple guide, but a clear guide for people to be able to let go, because that's the only way we can go home. Just like a bird letting go of the tree of the branch in order to fly. This is what we need to do. We need to let go of everything that is emotionally blockages, our pains, our sufferings, our beliefs that are not working for us anymore, that are holding us back. We need to let go of all of them. Okay, Tamer, let's pull a card for you. Here we go. An amazing, amazing friend. Guess what your card is? Your card is transformation, my friend. The energy of transformation, not transportation. The energy of transformation supports your ability to gracefully flow through times of transition, allowing the old to make room for the new. This is a beautiful card. Many blessings on the path that you keep going. And Rosie would like a card. Yes, letting go isn't easy. You know, Rosie, there are certain things that you're welcome. There are certain things that it doesn't have to be hard. Like sometimes we think, oh, this was painful and I will never forgive this, person for doing what they did. But after 10 years or 15 years or however long, and you just make a decision, I'm just gonna forgive them and let them go and, be done with it. And when you make that decision, when you say it out loud, it's like, okay, you'd already done it. You just hadn't, energetically, vibration wise, you had already done it. You just hadn't, like, the levels of awareness hadn't come to right here, right now. And then when you say it, it's like, okay, that was it. So sometimes it doesn't have to be hard. And then sometimes it is. With everybody, it's different. Sometimes it's easier to forgive the other person. Sometimes it's easier to forgive yourself. With every situation, with every person, it's different. There is no cookie cut formula of this is how it is for every single person in every single situation. Your boyfriend left you after 7 years, your girlfriend left you after your 7 years, then it's going to be painful for every single person. No, not necessarily. It's not a cookie cut formula. There are other things that are going to be hard, and that's why we write it in our journal, because actually, as we're thinking about it, as we're talking to ourselves about it, which is a form of self-healing, as I just talked about, talking the balanced mind, talking to the negative, critical, judgmental mind, is a form of healing. When you're writing it down, your subconscious comes out and starts writing things down that you had never thought of, and or you hadn't remembered, I should say. And then once you write those things down, there is a realization. You not only write the pain, but we tend to write the answers to releasing the pain. It's right in here. It's right in our hearts. So we want to work with our heart and our mind, and with our body as we're writing it, in order to become our own healing machines. Hi, Shake, how are you? Okay, this card is for Rosie. Trying to let go of the tree branch. Here we go. The corners of the mouth. Nourishment, health, well-being, providing for others, creating balance, nurturing the body, mind, and spirit. What are you feeding yourself? Not just physical food, but also thought-wise, emotional-wise, mental-wise. What are you feeding your whole being? Make it all good. It's good to go to the gym and work out, right? And at the same time, you don't want to have negative thoughts, right? So you're fixing the body, but having a negative mind create havoc in your life. Or going to meditation, but eating from morning to night. So balanced. So the corners of the mouth. How are you? How is the whole package? What do you need to tend to? Hi, Shake John. I'm glad you're doing good. That was for you, Rosie. Shake, would you like a card? If you do, I will be happy to pull a card for you. Other than that, again, I recommend that people, if you would be kind enough to share the video on your wall, on your story, do it a few times. That I would really appreciate organic way of adding audience to my Tuesdays live group. Listening, I also download these onto YouTube. So you can use that link as well to share it with people. Listening to it again on what it means when you get it. What Dr. Phil had said. You either get it or you don't. And how when you do get it, the floodgates open, the floodgates of clarity. Yes, there is time left. I feel like pulling a card from the Archangel cards for you. So let's do that. I am international, by the way, because of Shake. So, and then Shake, sometimes our friend from Greece comes, so we have that. Shake, look at this. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay. You know what to do. Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. You know what to do without delay. So jump on it. I know at least one thing you need to do, which we've talked about before, which you brought up. So, so that's about it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for contributing. And thank you for sharing my videos with your friends and posting them on your wall. I really appreciate it. And I have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.